Implants are great. Again, it's a single tooth option.
Yeah.
If we lose a tooth, we can replace a tooth. And so a single tooth option as opposed to gripping onto the other teeth on either side to perform a bridge, for example. As well, it's minimally invasive. Some people have this idea that implants are invasive, right? I'd say much less invasive than doing a traditional bridge because we're not destroying natural tooth structure on either side of the gap. The actual surgery, so if the tooth has to come out, usually a patient will report that the tooth coming out was much more traumatic to them than when we placed the implant. So as far as invasivity or being a more in-depth procedure, it's really not. And a patient is always typically pretty surprised when 20 minutes has gone by and they say, wow, we're done. Yeah, it's really not that invasive. I would say as well that technology these days, and we've certainly invested into that here at Canyon Rim Dental, that allows us to provide exact placements, proper placements. If there's bone in a very specific location, we have to follow that bone.
Yeah.
And so again, technology-wise, coupled with our implant systems, we're just finding better results, better placements. And then restoration, we can take care of much of that process here, meaning when we are ready to create the crown that goes on the implant, we can create very specific, detailed shape and size and even down to the staining and glazing of an item to make it feel and look more natural in the mouth. So again, implants, they've come a long ways. It used to be a very cutting edge piece. Nowadays, especially here in our practice where we do them so frequently, it's a kind of a household product. So it's not a guessing game, or it's not, I hope this works. It's hey, this is a very common process. Many people use implants, and we have been able to be on the front edge on the front end of some of that cutting edge technology to provide exact placements. Other benefits, as we've stated, titanium is widely accepted throughout the body. And so instead of using perhaps a material, a bridge or other materials that maybe there's some sensitivity to those materials in the body, we kind of eliminate that process because titanium, again, is very widely accepted. As well, you can't get a cavity in an implant, which is kind of nice. And so implants are great that way. Titanium is certainly not going to have the ability to get decay. And so we see a longevity piece from these as well. Yeah. And then too, just aside from cavities and things like that, titanium being accepted by the body as it is, we're talking about a lifelong treatment as opposed to maybe a bridge where we get abilities for cavities to start to creep in underneath the bridge on those natural teeth on either side. And then that creates further issue, further discomfort down the road. So again, implants, they look like a tooth, they feel like a tooth, they behave like teeth. There's some nuances there, but nonetheless, they are very much tooth-like. And so our patients have just been thrilled at the option and the ability to restore their smiles with the simple help of titanium and implants.